What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. On today's video, I headed out to the river to do some bass fishing. I was actually going to go out to a lake and fish, but I went over the river. It looked so good. I made the decision to put the boat in there, and I was really surprised at how cool the water was. The water's 61 degrees. I knew it had been cool here in Virginia, but we had a major cold front coming. And last night it was actually in the low 40s. Today is only in the high 50s. And then tonight is supposed to be back down in the low 30s. So it's going to get extremely, extremely cold. It's got me thinking about deer hunting. I'm actually going this afternoon, going to be in the tree stand with the old bow. But yesterday I got into some fish flipping soft plastics around wood in heavy current and in high winds. So check out the video. It's a good one. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all, here we are. We're gonna see if we can catch us a big old bass. So water temps are 61, or actually like 60 and a half. The further we came up river, the lower the water temps got. So I'm gonna start off flipping the good old rage bug right here. Blue crawl rage bug, 3/8 ounce weight. 20-pound test P-line fluorocarbon, and then I have the Pro SP reel. This is the skipping and pitching reel by Lew's. It's a great reel. If you don't have one, you need to get one. And then I'm just flipping this on a custom speed stick, 7-foot medium heavy. I'm not a long rod guy. I don't like really long 7.3, 7.2, 7.3 when flipping. I prefer a shorter rod, something a little bit more maneuverable, and that's just my preference. But I see we have a new tree down up here across the river. That tree has dropped down. Hopefully we can get by that. I think we can. But we're starting here on the outside bend. Has some current up against it. It's a really good spot. So I'm hoping we can catch some fish. And I'm thinking we definitely should be able to. Just going to pitch up here around wood. Pitch up to the bank. Kind of see what the fish are doing, and yeah, should be good. Robbie's back there. He's throwing around a sapphire blue rage crawl. Has that on 3/8 ounce weight, but has a good old tried and true rage crawl on there. So we're gonna see if we can really get these fish biting and hopefully get a good bag. I mean, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to catch some really big fish today. We do have a big front coming in tomorrow, or it's actually coming in tonight. So either they're gonna be biting good or they're not gonna be biting good. We gotta see. I think they're gonna be biting though. And they should be positioned on these outside bends. A lot of times in the fall, that's where they like to get in that deeper, little bit deeper water, got that current, pushing bait to them, pushing crawls to them, just a constant buffet all day long. So we're gonna see if that's what we got going on. Sometimes the crankbait can be really good too this time of year. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but we got a pretty good wind blowing. That's because that front's coming in. The wind is blowing pretty good, blowing that cool air in. Tonight's supposed to get down in the low 40s. So the water temps are gonna cool even more. Oh my goodness, I just got thumped. He's on it. Ooh, that's a decent one. I mean, he straight thumped it when he bit it. There we go. Cracked that old rage bug. I mean, when he bit it, he won't playing. There we go.
Nice fish.
Pretty fish, healthy. He's not as colored up because the water is a little bit muddier than it normally is this time of year here, but they get colored up real pretty sometimes this time of year. Thank you, buddy. Got him on that rage bug. The way he thumped it, I thought that was going to be Sure enough, hammer. Well, that didn't take long. That didn't take long. Nice. Yeah, this tree right here is falling. I don't know when it fell. Couldn't have been too long. Cause like I said, this was up forever. Oh yeah, the whole root ball. You can see the whole root ball up there where it pulled out. Yeah, that tree had been sitting there for a long time. Long time. Dang. I mean, he bit it right on the bank and was swimming out with it. I missed him. Oh, there's a good one. Ooh, there's a nice one. There we go. Get in here. All right. That's a chunk. He thumped it. He was right in the wood, like literally in the wood. Y'all check that fatty out right there. Tell me that thing ain't feeding up for the winter. Yeah. Golly. That fish is like, his belly's swollen up. Yeah, I mean, that fish is like 13 inches long and probably weighs close to 2 pounds. Nice. Yeah, I popped that thing out of that piece of wood and it was just like, toom, and he started pulling back down into it. Yeah, anytime you get these slack water spots or areas where the water is kind of spinning back into the bank and circulating, these fish really like to stack up in these areas. They're able to get out of the current and they just have constant food being brought to them 24/7. And that fish right there was fat. I mean, fat. One's on it. Oh, dang it, I missed him. Yeah, they are right here in this area. Got one? Yeah. All right. There we go. Robbie got him one on that sapphire blue rage crawl.
Cool, fella, but I appreciate the bite.
They are just stacked up in this area right here.
Yeah, he was right on it.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a really good day. These some pliers?
Yeah, I think so. No, I got it.
Got it? There we go. So that's, well, let's keep up with how many fish we caught. Is that number 3? I caught 2.
Yeah.
You caught 1, so we got 3 right now. All right, we're gonna jump over here to this other side. All right, y'all, the water's running so hard right here that we're gonna make a move further upriver, and we're gonna try to get up as far as we can and get into a wider area, because I mean, this is just ripping. I mean, it's too hard. It's too hard. If we have to, we'll come back down into a different area, but I want to get up. There's a certain spot I want to get to, so we're gonna see if we can get up there to that. All right, next spot. So actually, we tried going further upriver and to the spot I really wanted to get to, and we were unable to get there because the water is too low and there's a lot of obstructions that really I don't even know if I'd be able to get up there on my John boat, to be honest with y'all. So we came back down. This shoreline doesn't look like it has a ton of current. It has pretty good current on it, more than I want, but not horrible. So we're gonna fish this shoreline, and then we're probably gonna work our way probably 5 miles or so back down river to where it's a little bit bigger, because the bigger the river gets, the more spread out, you know, the area the water has to flow as far as depth and width. You end up with a lot slower current, and therefore the fish aren't just having to fight the current, and they're not going to be in here all winter long in these areas fighting the current. So they're gonna move down so they can kind of relax and feed and all. But unfortunately, couldn't get up where I wanted. So we're gonna fish this, then we're gonna go down. But maybe we can crack a big one right here. I mean, definitely a possibility to catch one here. I catch them here on the frog right much in the summer. So we'll see if we can get one flipping a crawl. That might be a bass. That's a bass. No, it is a doggone pickerel. Mr. Jack. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the first one I've caught in the river, maybe even this year, to be honest with you. It's been a little while. We're gonna get him with the pliers just so I ain't gotta deal with the doggone slime of this guy. Slime my gloves all up. There we go. Yeah, that's the first one that I've caught in the river in a little while, and he messed up my crawl, of course. But we're going to move anyway. We're gonna make a decent little move down the river, because right now this ain't it. All right, so we're working our way back down the river. We definitely didn't do as much up here as I was hoping. We weren't able to get to the area that I wanted to get to, and you know, that's how it is. The river changes so much. It was so high for so long, and just bumped a log there, but some stuff is moved around, some different logs and stuff, so we just can't get up there. So we're gonna work our way back down into a larger portion of the river, and we're gonna see if we can get it done there. I think that's where we're gonna be able to catch them, maybe find the fish grouped up, and the current just won't be running quite as hard. So it's gonna take a little while to get down there, maybe about 20 minutes, but that's all right. We get down there, we'll be in a productive area. Hopefully we can catch them. We're still in search of that 4-pounder, and really we're in search of just the sheer numbers of fish that we did not find up here. So let's get down there, let's see if we can catch them. All right, y'all. We actually were able to make it downriver where I wanted to get, thankfully. So we're gonna start fishing right here, and we're gonna do some flipping. And if I can get my trolling motor down quick enough, I'm gonna fire a cast right here to this edge. Got a duck blind right here. Got a little lay down that comes out on this corner, and it's a pretty good little spot. So we're gonna see if we can get bit here. We're gonna work our way down this bank, fishing with the current. The current's not gonna be too hard, I don't think. So we're gonna work our way down. We're gonna be fishing a lot of wood. This area has a lot of lay downs and a lot of wood. So we're gonna see if we can get it done. Still searching for our goldfish of 4 pounds. Have not got into him yet, but we're in an area that definitely has some quality fish, so I believe we can make it happen. Let's trim that motor down so that back's not going all wild. Should be some on this corner. It's usually a pretty good little spot right here. Starting to get the feeling that they might, I don't know if they're biting something any better than this Takes a rig. It really seemed like in the beginning they were biting it good, but now they've definitely slacked off. Seems like it anyway. That's a fish. That's a fish. There's one. Fatty. Still not the size we're looking for, but got him, pegged him right in the nose. Thank you, bud. Yeah, I mean, Robbie just got a bite and it pulled him into the bank and got hung. So he's having to retie, and I just had to regroup and get my mess together. And I did just catch that fish, but we were just talking, I don't feel like we're getting the bites like we should or as frequent as we should, but I think it's just the area. As we work down here, we might find them a little bit better. But I mean, I know they're on this shoreline for sure. Yeah, this cold front is pushing in right now. I mean, that's what this wind is. I mean, all this wind is coming from this big major cold front coming in. The next several days are going to be cold with nights literally in the 30s. Tonight's going to be in the 40s, and then after this it's going to be the 30s. Like it's going to be chilly. So big cold front coming in, and as the day goes on, the bite might get a little bit tougher just because of that. That might have something to do with while the fish are not exactly killing it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's actually, oh, there's one. There's one. It's actually going pretty hard. Harder than what we're realizing, actually. Yeah. Chill out, buddy. I mean, they're definitely feeding up. They're thick, but just not getting the size. Not getting the size we want. All right, y'all, next spot, and we idled down a ways, and I'm gonna tell you, this wind is blowing. I don't know what it's blowing, 30? I mean, it is blowing very hard. So we're gonna keep on with the raised bug, and I did switch over to swamp water blue, but we're on a deep outside bend. And I don't know, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to fish. I mean, just because this wind is blowing so hard. It is blowing extremely hard now. I mean, this is getting it done. If I get a bite, I ain't even hardly gonna be able to tell. I did throw the spinnerbait a little bit earlier before we made this move down and didn't get anything on it, so I was thinking maybe with it being so windy I could get a spinnerbait bite, but wasn't able to do that. So I got the flipping stick in my hand once again. But man, this might be a bite. I couldn't even tell. I couldn't tell if that was a bite or not. Wow. There's one. Oh, little guy. Little guy. He is got no color to him.
I was here to say he has no color.
Yeah, none. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's been a little while since we got bit. I switched over to this Swamp Water Blue, and I was kind of thinking about switching to something different, or different profile, but I just got bit. But honestly, I think the bite is just getting tougher because the conditions are changing. I mean, these are heavy winds. It's cooling down, front's coming in. I mean, we literally have limbs and trees falling on the bank. I mean, we're trying not to get too close to the bank, but it's just, there's a lot of stuff's going on, a lot of change, and I think that's got the bite just a little bit tough, a little bit tougher than I was expecting. I knew it could potentially be tough today just with the front coming in, but I was hoping we had kind of beat it out and it would kind of be just a smash fest, but not the case right now. There ought to be some fish sitting in that corner right there. I mean, ain't no doubt. Yeah, I'll say throw right there, right to that tree. Yep, it should be right there. Wait a minute, one's on mine. One's on mine. Ooh, I think that's a better one. Oh, not really. He just fooled. It is a better one,
Yeah.
but not like better. Chill out, buddy. Man, tell you, just ain't getting the size, man. Just are not getting the size. That was a good bite, but I tell y'all, the bite overall has been, I mean, we've caught fish, but it's been a little bit tough compared to what we know it could be like. But I don't know, I've gotten a couple bites that I feel like were better fish, and I have not connected on those, unfortunately. And the ones we have caught just haven't had a lot of size to them. So, but the good thing is we are getting a few bites right here, because we went a pretty good while without any bites. I thought they had completely shut down. All right, so I picked up the buzz bait. I'm gonna finish it off with this. Water temps have climbed up to 62.5. So I'm gonna see if I can get one to come up on this thing. I mean, you get a bite here or there on the Texas rig, but nothing consistent. I feel like that's probably about the best thing to get bit on, to be honest with you, just because of the conditions. But hey, we're gonna see if we can get a top water bite. I just hit a vine and that thing just made my bait fly 10 foot high, but we're gonna see if we can get bit on this thing and maybe get a top water fish to finish off with. Maybe. Oh, there we go. On the buzz bait.
Yeah.
On the buzz bait. We did get one to come up and eat it. All right. Might have been making a mistake not throwing this all day. so many leaves on the water though, and this particular bank is not quite as many, but he come up and smoked it. I mean, right there. Dang, I was really hoping they were gonna bite better than they did. I mean, it was, yeah, I mean, I did too. I am glad we didn't go to the lake because, I mean, we wouldn't even have been able to fish. It was hard enough to fish out here.
If you put in at Gunlows, you'd been at the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's blowing pretty doggone hard, but we're gonna go ahead and get this thing on the trailer. I don't know how many fish we caught. Maybe we didn't catch no more than 10, I know. I mean, maybe 7.
You probably got 6.
Maybe 6 or so.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have caught 7 or 8. It was tough. A lot of times you can come out here on days like this and you can catch 30 or 40. Like it can be really good. But today, that's not how the day played out. So we'll get this thing on the trailer and get back home.